Okay. Shield a mind sliver. It fails its saving throw. Loses 1d4 from its next saving throw. Okay. Kurgan.
Did L'Oreal not do something? Oh, she did.
Yeah, I just took her down. She went round and did a mind sliver.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise Dave had gone on. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I see anything? Oh, yes, I can see some... No.
So do not.
That. Okay, let's try something that I don't use very often for good reasons.
Fireball.
Yeah. I've seen network error as well for Twitch.
It's weird, isn't it? I think Twitch is down.
Yeah, it could be. See if there's any other channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sacriel's down.
Yeah, everything's down
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
30, and that is my turn. I can't click end turn for some reason.
No, nobody can, I don't think.
Oh, beg your pardon. Okay.
Oh, it's been working for me.
Oh, weird.
Okay. Kelgar, top of round 8.
Okay.
Do you mean you stopped recording, Medi? Or does it carry on recording?
No, well, what I did was, because I thought it was my side, so I stopped it and then started straight away. But then it keeps, it's been recording anyway. It'll keep recording just on my hard drive.
Okay, moving over to there. Moving the hexagon. Yep, I think that's worked. And then once again, going to try Eldritch Blast and hopefully not roll terribly this time.
Okay.
Keep him busy, Rage.
You rolled him terrible.
I shall use an inspiration on that.
Okay.
Good grief.
Okay. Second beam.
There we go.
That's better. Roll your damage as your second Eldritch Blast hits.
Ugh, terrible damage roll.
Well,
Mediocre.
yeah, 5 points of damage.
Weak.
The mind witness is teetering on the edge, but it's still there. It's grappling, its tentacles grappled around Rage.
Well, at least I can see Rage now.
I presume there's nothing else you wanted to do then, Cal?
No, that's cool.
Jilaneth.
Murder it dead.
I think I can quite reach it. I'm not sure. Not too
Yeah, you can.
far.
You can get to that.
Yes,
Yeah.
just about.
25 feet. That sounds good.
No, I won't. Oh, Primal 73.
Roll your damage. How do you want to do that?
Oh.
Beautiful.
I shall. The acids from the claws cut through the tentacles, grappling. Rage.
As you slice into it, the acid bubbles and sizzles through the tentacles, severing the tentacles, and I guess Rage with just he's stunned, so he can't really collapses to the ground with tentacles kind of limply wrapped around him. As this mind witness collapses to the ground, you'll also be glad to know, for the first time in what feels like 19 months, we end combat.
Whoa! Right, we need somebody to run up and hit something. Right, yeah, it twitches back up again.
100 XP each. That was 14,000 XP.
Wow.
Look at that. Not far off 9th level. Okay.
Right, I'll cancel my my boots and drop down.
Okay. All right. Everything goes quiet.
Rage will get up, pick up his axe. Thank
Okay.
you, thank you, Gelatinous.
Welcome. I'll cast the. No, I won't. I haven't got it memorized. Bugger. Right. Okay. What have I got?
Hey. You are saved.
Are you still on like 10 hit points?
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do exactly the same thing then.
I'm rested.
You sure? 'Cause I can do a cure wounds on you.
Rested.
I've got a feeling it would.
He's like a child. I'm rested. Don't worry anymore.
Isn't there a bit
This was my last combat.
It almost was.
I've been closer.
Looking around, you can
doors
see
everywhere.
a set of rather ornate, well carved, what look like marble stairs leading up to an open pair of double doors.
Oh,
Do
the
they look
temple.
ominous?
Is that over here?
Over here.
Over to the west.
Is that the temple I know about?
That is the temple you know about.
Okay. The doors are open, did you say?
Correct.
So I can't see anybody in it from here.
Is that where the carts come from, do you think?
That's where the mind players used to be.
And probably still are, right?
I don't know. They may have run away if their leader's been slain to another part of the city. Plus,
on,
we don't know
we've-
whether they were under control or not.
We've slain their leader.
Yes. The other
Oi.
side of the bridge.
Oh, right. Totally knew that.
That's the big tall one.
That's their leader in the city. There's something that was controlling them, we believe. Ah, here comes the healer. Just in time. Take a look at Rage's health.
I can't.
Oh, no, you can't, because there's no...
He's not
What
He
were you
had-
down?
Well, he had 1 hit point left.
It's fine.
I had 5.
5 hit points.
Don't exaggerate. I've had one in the past.
Yeah.
On the plus side, though, if you do die, we've got firewood.
It's living wood, doesn't burn.
We can find a way.
I'm sure it
Yeah.
will.
There's always a way.
Right, I'm going to start.
Ended upon. Apart from you can hear a ratcheting sound behind you
Is that the drawbridge going back up again?
as the guy does exactly what you told him to, and when you went across the drawbridge, you told him to raise.
That's right, yeah.
Well, we're not going that way.
Oh, we can always get back across, but I think we need to search.
You
Make
can use your thought thing and talk to the guy on the other side.
We've got multiple ways of getting across.
Walk under the water.
I can just fly.
Floor, please.
Swim, fly.
Ember, before you go looking around, we need to take a moment just to decide where we're going to hold up while we rest, because Rage is not in any condition to go any further at the moment.
I'm going to head over to the
Yeah.
temple and check that it's clear, because that could be a good place to
Hello.
recover.
Let's be really quiet.
I've opened the door, Ember. You can see 3 commoners just sat there. They don't react as you open the door.
And a mind flayer.
Well, they don't even look up at me.
Nope.
Where
They
the
just sat
bloody hell
there,
did Ember go?
very sort of a very blank look across their face.
Where the bloody hell did Ember go?
L'Oreal
great.
points off to the north.
The north.
Yes, Ember went that way.
Oh, okie dokie.
Can I see anybody in the temple through the doors?
You can see what you can see as you look through the doors.
The thing
You
at
can
the
see
back,
two
is that a
statues.
curtain?
One of the statues appears to be. Both statues are quite badly damaged. Whatever stone they're made of has corroded over time, but one appears to be a strange spider-like creature with a wolf-like face. The other one appears to be a half woman, half mass of tentacles.
We've seen this before, haven't we?
Zed, is my
You-
is my
What's that?
shaft getting tugged
Um,
at this point?
only to the sense that it's trying to guide you. It wants you to go south.
Still south, okay.
Still
All right.
south.
Wasn't the thing? Wasn't that those things on the door?
Correct.
And that was where we lost a spear, wasn't it? That like.
Correct.
Yeah,
They
that was part of my
drow,
dream that I had, right?
handmaidens.
Maybe this is a shortcut back to the lake to get the spear.
I'm guessing that this temple is to an evil deity then. So
Oh yes.
maybe not rest in there.
Have a look around and see what you make of it. There's plenty of other buildings you could examine.
Yeah. Start opening some of the doors, like the ones to the south,
Okay.
just to check that.
You opening that door there, Kurgan?
No,
Oh, okay. Just wandering around. Okay.
yeah, just kind
I'm
of wandering
opening the
around,
door by me.
looking
Three
loosely
humans.
down passages. I guess I was kind of listening to see if I could hear anything down the passages to the south.
3 humans sat vacant-eyed.
I shall go and examine one of them, see if there's any
I just
markings
poke one
from
and see if they
the map
moved.
They don't move at all, Ember.
Zed, while I'm walking back here, I'll examine the wagon and what's on it.
Strange contraptions, mixtures of tubing with sort of thickish needles and vials.
Oh, it's where they collect the brain juice.
It's a milking machine. Then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Basically, milking machine. Yeah, psychic milking machine.
Yeah, I'm going to examine these to see if there's any wounds that look like they've had
Give
their
me
brains
a
sucked out or
medicine
something.
check, please.
Medicine.
If you're any decent at it, you can roll at advantage because I'm going to assist.
Yeah, didn't
Right.
help.
There are
Two little ducks.
There's no obvious wounds on these, but they're not reacting as you poke them. Ember, as you poke somebody, nothing happens.
Are they alive?
Okay.
They're alive, they're just sat vacant.
Okay, this other door in the room. I'm going to listen out this one. See if there's anything coming
Give
behind
me
it.
a listen check. You hear nothing.
Okay, I shall open it quietly.
At some point or other, it was probably a kennel,
Okay.
but there are no dogs or any other animals in here currently.
Right. Okay. I
Big
think
this map, so I'm trying to keep an eye on what everybody's doing. So I'm quite zoomed out at the moment.
it was check all the doors. Check to make sure there's no one waiting in ambush, and then maybe get the villagers
Okay.
from
Well,
across the drawbridge
I need you
to
to
look
go.
after
I
them.
need you to physically. There's a reason, but I need you to go physically from door to door.
Yeah. Before we all split up and do it, I was just thinking we can check them out and then maybe get the villagers to look after them.
Yeah.
They might know the people, or
And it also, if we can have a rest, it'll give us some guards for us as well.
Okay. Which door you got to next? This one?
Sorry, Guy, go on.
I was going to say we could stick them in the cart, right?
Good thinking.
probably, yeah.
This
That's how
door?
much room's on.
Do I
Yep.
have?
Yep.
Okay.
You know, it takes forever to type on this blooming thing.
That dwarf?
Yeah, looking in here, exactly the same as the previous room, except there is a male and female dwarf, quite elderly for the looks of them,
Okay. Vacant
Same
side
thing.
again?
Hmm.
staring.
Oh, Zed, did that boss have any items on him?
Nope.
You told me somebody had a magic belt.
I did.
Okay, so it wasn't him then.
The vacant
Isn't it
side,
worth-
I'll
Isn't it
I'll
worth
escort the
spinning
two
this room?
dwarves out.
They don't move.
I'll
So
try and guide
escorting
them.
you out means you've got to drag them out.
Ah, right. I can't push type of guide them type of thing.
Can I inspect the dwarves to see if they've got any injuries, features,
Give me a medicine check.
holes in the back of their skull somewhere?
Give me a medicine
I'll
check.
help.
Maybe
The
all my feelings
advantage.
are gone and they're just
See if you
like,
get more luck than I did.
they're like, you know, zombified because they don't have the connection anymore.
With guidance, I shall roll.
Whilst there is no current sorry, I've just had a message, a quite funny message. There is no current visible injuries. They are definitely not there. Your guess, probably they've been tadpoled. And literally, as Ember's just said, from miles away, even though she's not really medically trained, etc. You wonder if their connection's been severed. And so the tadpole doesn't really know what to do.
Was it last time? Did we think that dispel magic might actually help with these, or was that a different
Possible.
type thing?
What about that thing that Ember's got that he used to open and close the doors?
It's out
The
of
belt
charge.
of. It's out of charges it.
Yep.
Was it Medallion of Thoughts?
Medallion of Thoughts.
Three charges now out of charges.
So, yeah. Once
Zed,
rest.
No, I've got one charge left.
Zed, I think I'm going to be intrigued by the temple doors. I don't particularly want to go in yet, but I want to have a look and see if I
That's
can
interesting, 'cause
divine or
it's
perceive anything.
Okay.
Like the purpose of the temple,
There are some markings on the door, and once again, it seems to show the wolf spider holding off a horde of winged, flying humanoids, sort of akin to angels, but they're not angels.
or
I thought you meant the temple up here.
No.
Oh, the temple over to the side.
can I see anything by kind of very quietly and carefully poking my head round the door?
That is the statue of the Chaos, the Queen of Chaos.
All right.
That is the statue of Mishka, the spider. The spider.
And can't see anything else of note.
No. It goes either way, but there's a very faded tapestry that's kind of half in shreds that also seems to depict some kind of maybe more of an intimate moment between the Chaos Queen and the Spider God.
Okay, I was thinking of casting mending on it, not anymore.
Hey, Hey, Ember, you don't want to go and sneak in there, have a poke around, do you?
She can't hear you because she's on the other side of this wall.
I use message.
Huh? What? Oh.
Ember, you little scamp.
I'm just trying to navigate through these walls with this tiny little screen.
Do your sneaky stuff and have a poke around in there.
Okay, boss.
And I very carefully close the door as she goes in.
Step back.
I haven't gone in yet. I'm just trying to find my stealth.
I don't, Ember, don't worry.
Oh, damn it.
We might, though.
Wait, which one's stealth? Is that one stealth? Yeah, that one's
Ember,
stealth.
Ember, there's always hidden stuff behind a tapestry on a wall.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Well, of course there is. Otherwise, why would they put a tapestry there?
For a moment, you thought Ember was there. No, she's not. No, she's in plain sight to you, but she's very quiet.
Ooh. Okay, it's more statues.
Yeah, this is another statue of the Chaos Queen.
Okay. The one with the tentacles.
Yes.
The door down here. I check behind the tapestry.
Don't disappoint me, Zed.
It's just wall.
Oh
for,
no.
a moment, for a moment, it was a xenomorph that was going to eat her head. But, you know, it's just a plain stone wall.
Alright.
This statue here that you could just see looks to be another statue of the Wolf Lord.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Spider wolf.
Oh, what the hell?
Spider-Man.
Ooh, this thing goes on forever.
Oh, no, it is big.
Yeah.
Any traps in here?
Give me a perception check. Because you lot get so distracted.
I'm just going to message over to the others that I can't see, so I guess at this point it would only be Rage, just to say what we're up to. We're having a poke around, Rage.
What do you mean you can't see?
I can't see Rage.
Oh, I thought it meant you couldn't see the map.
No, Rage is having a kip.
Because the other side of the bridge is up, so only this half is down.
Oh, so do we need to lower the other bridge so that no one can get into this area that we're in at the moment?
Wow, this does open up.
Rage is under the wagon and begins to rest. Okay. Was there traps in here?
No?
Okay.
That's just going left, right, and up.
Does anything get a spidey senses tingling or anything, Zed? Or...
You walk into this room, you're greeted by 5, 7, 8 strange cylindrical devices that are slightly kind of at a 45-degree angle. They are roughly humanoid size. Top quarter, so yeah, probably about the top quarter is exposed to the air. The rest of it appears to kind of would encapsulate something. Looking inside the closest one, you can see an almost bed-like contraption with chains and manacles where arms, wrists, ankles.
Ew. Is this Kurgan's torture dungeon?
It's a milking room.
Or its transformation room.
I think it's transformation. Well, I
What
don't.
about these? What about this thing over here with the 3 little
It's
dots?
a table about, again, humanoid size, and it has a couple of empty, almost like science beakers type thing on them. So kind of very well crafted stone pots. This one does have a table in it, and there's a number of windows that look out out of the crack, out of some cracks in this wall. So you kind of got a view of the external area, but very, very tiny slits that you would have to have been looking for to actually see them on the outside.
So my players could have seen us attacking and made a run for it once they realised what we were watching.
I've seen a pentagram on the floor.
Something catches your attention in the north chamber.
Yeah, the door's open up there, and I can see the.
And the
kind of
door is
on
open.
the floor.
Yes.
I shout at Kurgan through his messaging service. Go over here.
Why? What you got?
Found some kind of symbol on the floor. It's round and it's like a
Shalana,
weird
3 more of those those kind of cylindrical holding pens or something in here. Another table with more beakers on it, but there appears to be a shallow. It looks like a bowl, but it goes further. It seems to go down under floor level.
Okay.
As you get close, the water churns.
Oh god, it's more of those thingies you put in your heads.
Tadpoles.
Ghouls.
Not a bad
Wow.
description.
So what's this?
I don't know, but I'm going to be intrigued by this circle.
Okay.
I'm not going to walk on the circle, Zed.
So this is
Looks like
this here is a
teleport thingy.
yeah. So well, hold on. This here is a brazier. It's currently lit. I should put light on it. Really, let me put light on it. It is lit,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's
break my
quite
stove.
it is quite light. So let's have a look.
I guess I'm going to kind of be drawn to this circle, so I want to see if I can figure out what the hell it is, what its function is.
Are there any torches
This
or
side
fires?
here, this side here, it's strange. There are 2 kind of what look like ancient candelabra or holders of something on either side of what looks like a small stone table. What catches your eye there are 4 blocks, one of which is kind of if you imagine 4 building blocks like kids' toy blocks would be in a row, but one of them is slid out to the front and the other 3 are at the back. Each of them seems to have carvings on them.
Okay, what kind of
The
carvings?
centre, this 10-foot area in the middle, does appear. Give me an Arcana check. It is definitely some kind of carving, intricate carvings on the floor.
Can I provide some guidance on that,
Oh,
please?
do I get advantage?
1d4. Arcana check with a 1d4. A teleportation circle. It is a permanent teleportation circle.
Okay, so I'm. Would I know, or thinking about the blocks, I'm assuming there's some kind of control mechanism for the destination or something. Is there any way I could try and figure out if there's a link?
That is exactly what you think this is.
Okay, and does it look like an active circle? Could I chuck Ember into it and see what happens?
You can absolutely chuck Ember into it. Doesn't appear to be active right now.
Okay, I'll just give Ember a little push.
Okay.
I use my dexterity to avoid that push.
Trying to
Contested.
move in the room, but there's too many people, I think.
Too many people.
I want to go around the circle and look at these blocks. See if I can read
Around it,
them.
you just went through it.
I know, because there's too many people. I couldn't actually put myself anywhere.
The blocks are there.
This is just kind of a stone block. Looks like with a slight dip in it. Looks like maybe an old stone seat of some kind.
The blocks that you're saying that got symbols on it.
Yeah.
I want to go and try and read them.
Same, yeah.
Their language I know.
No.
Do they look like they might relate to destination? Like, is it an image of a city or a
It's not
something?
an image, it's wording. It appears to be runes of some kind, but not anything you either of you recognise.
Give me a few minutes and I'll be able to identify it. I'll cast comprehend languages as a ritual.
Okay, 10 minutes, no problem.
The one that looks like an arrow with a circle on top, that means earth.
While Jonathan is doing that, I'm going to be casting a detect magic.
Okay.
I think we pretty much know what it is, but let's just.
I
It
think if
lights
anything,
up, for sure. And it gives. Are you doing a ritual as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So both of you after 10 minutes. Teleportation circle lights up in conjuration. The blocks also light up with conjuration. And the wording is very strange. It appears to be. I mean, from a comprehend languages perspective, you just know it, right? You wouldn't necessarily even know what language it is. You just know it. So the one that's extended says tower.
Okay.
The next one says the one. So that's kind of, if you think about it from, if you look at the map from the bottom upwards, that's the second one. Sorry, the third one. Second one. The first one says south. Then the extended one is tower. The next one is food. And the last one is God. Or a... That's the closest your translation gives you. But you get a sense that that's the direct meaning, but you don't think that's what the word actually says. It's just how your comprehend languages allows you to interpret it.
Okay. I'll translate this to everyone. So it sounds like they've run away to the tower.
Well, is that the one that's active at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that's pushed out.
And at that point, we'll take a 10-minute break because I didn't realise what time it was.
Hey. Okay.
oh, it's late, yeah.
Give you time to have a think. Take a 10-minute break.
I'm wondering when we have a break.
Rage is fast asleep. Rage is fast asleep.
It did look like somebody taking the batteries out of him and he powered down a minute ago.
Rage is getting eaten by something that he can't feel because he's fast asleep.
We never sleep.
Are we all back?
I think we are.
And are we back at the bottom of the hour? We are. Okay. Let us continue. So you've discovered that these blocks, the rooms on the blocks, seem to represent locations of some kind. Farm, tower, south, and god.
There's a way to disable this temporarily.
I don't know, but let's not go and visit God yet.
Is there anything that matches any of those symbol-wise on the major portal that we see before us? The circle, sorry?
Doesn't appear to be.
Is there a symbol that would fit in a set, for example? Maybe something that looks similar to what the rest look like. Something to identify the circle as a location.
No.
If I cast Identify, would it tell me how to operate this thing?
I do.
I'll tell you its purpose, but I don't like if you held one of the things, I guess, but probably not how to operate it.
Says that if this is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item or what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Maybe it would then.
Oh, that's interesting. If you insert such a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, they are currently affecting it. Didn't know that bit. I'll cast Identify on it.
Yeah, the last part of that can be quite useful sometimes. Not dropping any hints to Calg at all.
What is it?
Although I don't think actually he can do anything about it in the other campaign we're playing. So.
I have it memorized, but it's not showing on my cast spells list. On the spells. That's it from here.
God damn it. It's not on your spell list, is it?
Yeah, it's on the bard one.
Oh, do you have a separate spell list for the bards? No?
It's if I click on prepared, it's there, but it's not showing on the taskbar. So I'll cast it from the character sheet.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not showing under the main actions cast spells, though it's showing higher level spells as a first level spell, which it shouldn't do. There's something weird going on.
So, first things first, the blocks don't lift off the table. They only move backwards and forwards. Each block allows you to control where teleport circle takes you, but requires the equivalent of 7 levels of power imbued into the block to activate.
So the equivalent of casting a 7th level spell into it or something.
It's the equivalent of casting a 7th level teleport to make it work. Yes.
That we would need to cast that, or that it provides that?
The closer the power is to psionic, the more value and strength is imbued into the circle. The second most powerful thing is arcane, and then it's divine in nature.
Okay, so does it have to be a single spell, or could you
It has
cast
to be
multiple?
a combination to reach the power, the circle, the 7th circle of power.
Okay, so a few of us could cast a spell into it, and that adds up to 7 and activate it.
Correct.
So I'm assuming the Illithids use their own innate ability.
They use Mind Blast
Yeah.
or other things to activate it. Correct.
Well, that one actually, the first one we came across ported away, didn't it? So
Yeah.
they've obviously got the ability to do that, so they may use that in itself to power it for others and stuff.
Okay. Do I know whether there's a way to shut it down from this side? From that?
No, there is nothing. You would physically have to destroy. You'd have to destroy the blocks,
Okay.
but that won't stop the teleport circle from being activated from elsewhere. It
No,
would
we'd
just
have
stop the teleport circle this end going somewhere else.
Okay, so we'd have to destroy the circle itself in some way, break the pattern for it to
Or
work.
put an anti-magic shell over it of some kind.
Yeah.
Can't we just put a rug over it?
I doubt it. Though
Maybe.
we could put Ember's trap on it, so when they teleport in, they have an unpleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Do I still have that?
Yeah, you retrieved it.
So they've got an escape route here, but they've also got a way to basically sneak in behind us.
Hmm.
You could push solid objects into it, so they have a very unpleasant
Yeah, materialize
arrival.
in a rock.
Yeah.
Just put a load of D4 on the floor.
I was thinking caltrops, but they're the same thing.
Lego.
Ball
Lego.
Scatter Lego in it.
Yeah, ball bearings would be funny because they just be falling all over the place. Although the Illithids can levitate, so.
Yeah.
They're minions, can't they?
So as far as you can tell,
Oh, the entrances look quite big enough. Could we get the wagon down here? Shove the wagon on top of it.
yeah, as far as
Sorry.
no easy way. You would have to physically destroy the circle to prevent it from being a usable location, or put it in some kind of anti-magic shell.
Yeah.
We could put the hut on it.
I was just thinking that.
You could
And then
put.
level our
You could
stuff
put
on
it.
up here
Yeah,
instead.
you could actually. That's quite creative. You could put the hut in such a way so that the circle is inside the hut.
Hmm.
And that would prevent anybody from using it because they won't have the ability to enter the circle, enter the hut.
Yeah, they just bounce, wouldn't they? Similar to putting solid objects on there. So if you got a load of bricks from the houses around here and just piled them all over the place, it probably wouldn't teleport them into solid objects. Or if it did, it'd be very messy.
Forceful hole would be funny as well.
Mm.
We need cheese wire at Illithid head height.
Yeah. A lot of it. Okay. Well, either way, we're going to need to.
Well, if you want to rest, we can put the hut on it here and rest here.
We're definitely going to need a rest.
Yeah, at some point we will.
But I think we need to make sure everywhere's secure beforehand.
So we need to get the captives across the other side of the bridge to come across this side, and maybe we need to make sure there's not another bridge on this side, or if we do, we need to.
No, we cleared out the north side of the water, right?
Yeah, but
I'm not sure bringing them south is a good idea.
you sure
Well,
we should do that?
What I was thinking, if they come and take the people that are enthralled or have tadpoles in their heads over to that side, they can look after them rather than just leaving them mindless here.
But
I'm a bit concerned that they'd just be helping to incubate
yeah, because didn't we
new creatures.
Well,
didn't we
if they
find out
start
that they grow
to
out of their
turn,
heads?
Yeah, if they start to turn, it's probably better that they see them starting to turn and put them out the misery before than just turning over this side and suddenly we've got a mind flayer over here.
But can we trust them to do that? If it's a relative or a friend, or
After a rest, I could potentially learn the spell magic, and we could try that on one of them, see if it does actually help them.
I mean, I can already cast that, and
Yeah,
it's a
I
living
remember.
creature inside the skull. We know this. We've
Yeah,
crushed their skulls and splattered these creatures.
But is it a magical thing that will get disrupted?
It's a physical transformation.
Right. Okay.
But to spend a bit of time trying to understand how, if this could be resolved, and it would take fairly potent magic, is my understanding.
It might be a timing issue as well for it to actually intervene. There might be a window, but I think beyond a certain point you're not gonna.
just mind blast them all, that'll kill it.
The party loot that you've got, is it a normal bag that it's in, or
No.
Fully in my bag, isn't it? Got that bag of holding.
right?
Here's
Okay.
your bag of holding.
We've got a whole lot of stuff in the hut as well.
It's true, actually.
Yeah, including some massive skulls.
Yeah, and probably beholder.
Yeah, I'm remembering something.
Got snail shells as well.
Yeah, I'm remembering something from before I joined the party that I think you got, but you may have forgotten you've got. So it's whether or not you just come across it. If it's in a bag of holding, then you need to choose it to take it out, don't you?
Yep, in a bag of holding, yeah.
Yeah. So if it's in there, then you wouldn't have discovered it, and I might be able to read it. Might give it some information.
What, the Librum Novate?
I have no idea what it is. I don't know what that is.
Can't remember where we found that one.
You found a book in the jail cells, or in the mines, just before, in that big fight right at the beginning. But nobody could read it. But what you did with it, I don't know. I can't remember.
I gave it to.
That one there?
I picked it up and gave it to. It's either L'Oreal or Kurgan.
It was one of the Darrow casters or something that ran away. And I think you found it in his room, right at the beginning of the mines.
Yes.
So I don't know whether that book is it or something else.
Yeah, like I say, I picked it up and gave it to. I think it was L'Oreal. It was either L'Oreal or Kurgan, one of the two.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What are you asking about? I'm sorry.
It's a book that you found right at the beginning when you entered the mines.
Yeah, there's a Librum in the party loot.
Yeah, but is it in the bag of holdings? Because it's whether or not you've know that it's there. Because I can speak Undercommon. I
It's
might be
the
able to read it.
Librum Novitae.
Yeah, I put
we
in the chat.
don't we don't specify what's been put in the bag and what hasn't, though. I don't think we get that granular, right? We just treat it as a big pool of storage.
That's
I think if it's more likely if it's a mass of things or it's heavy, it'll go, in the bag of holding, or bigger. It'll go in the hut. A lot like coins and stuff like that. It'll go in the bag of holding. But I think a book, it may have just been given to the person. It's in the party, and it's whoever it was given to, probably, and it's in their backpack or something. Because I'm assuming it doesn't weigh, 30 pounds or something.
If someone is mentioning this book, then and I've got it, I will get it out.
It's whether or not you come across it while going through your backpack is what I was trying to think.
Bear in mind, I missed the end of that session where we were in the mine, so I have no idea what happened.
It was right at the beginning of that session.
I did not involve myself in any of the mine.
It was the room. It was the room across the corridor, wasn't it? From the.
You came in round the corner, and there's a room there.
Yeah. Where the guards were.
Visible and legged it.
Yeah.
It's whether or not there's anything useful in that book. That's what I was thinking. After all this, there probably isn't.
It's a catalogue of
ladies' underwear.
Almost a catalogue of
men's underwear.
Slaves, effectively.
Right. So does it say
of whether they were sent to the mine, whether they were to be tadpoled, whether they were casted?
So we've got a rough idea of numbers of slaves, at least.
But the book is quite thick.
Yeah.
And you think it goes back several years.
Right, okay. So if we were looking for someone specific, it might give us a clue, but otherwise we'd have to read it quite a lot. Is it in Undercommon?
Yes.
Or right, okay. No, I don't need to cast comprehend languages to read it. So at some point I'll start going through it.
Oh, I discovered a commoner. Is the woke commoner.
No.
So, what are you going to do? You have a rough idea of how this teleportation circle works. You have a rough idea of where it takes you.
I think rather than messing around with this, we should perhaps take some time out.
Definitely. I haven't got enough power to actually contribute to this at the moment. I'm more or less out.
I've got a few powerful spells left, but not much more.
Well, let's get raged here, and then, like I said, I can put the hut on the teleportation circle, and then we can rest inside it.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe tell those across the bridge that this area is secured. Ish. We need to thoroughly search the place to know it's fully secure, but
aren't there multiple passageways and multiple buildings we haven't even looked at? On a scale of 1 to secure, I think we're at about maybe 2 or 3.
Personally, I think we should search it before we actually rest, but I don't think there's going to be much in the way of a fight here, but there might be things hidden. Or guards, spies or something.
Is there only one entrance to this room? Because I can't... It is just one entrance, isn't it? So if we're going out, what I'll do is I'm going to put a door jam. Do I have a door jam? Have I got the right character? Ignore it. Oh, no, I've got a piton, sorry, haven't I? So I try and jam the door shut.
Yep.
So we're all locked in here now.
No. If we're going out, I was going to make sure this door's secure so nothing can come out.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to start searching some of the doors on the south and go down to the river and see if there's any other ways in.
Yeah. So let's search this area first. Then we'll have a rest.
Okay. Move yourself wherever you're going to search.
I am doing the temple to start with.
I'm guessing most of these side rooms are going to be full of like tables and things with those extraction equipment. Looks like a dining table.
That one is a traditional dining table, of all things.
Gosh. Are these things in the wall bookcases, or are they just?
They're random blocks of stuff. They look mostly like plinths that have been carved with butt holes in for sitting on.
Ah.
So
There's a door down here.
Stone chairs.
I'm going to listen out this door out here.
Okay. You're not hearing anything, Jelena?
I shall open the door.
Well, you hear steady breathing. That's about it.
Okay. I shall still
Opening the door, you see 5 orcs just sat there.
Are they eating with spoons and forks?
They're just sat there.
Okay. I'll watch them for a minute or so, see that. Try and determine whether any of them are faking it. Or if not, then I shall move on.
Give me an insight check. They don't appear to be faking it.
Okay. I shall.
They appear to have the same vacant stare as the dwarves and the other commoners that you found.
Okay. I'll leave the door open.
There are 2 more doors, one to the north, one to the south, in a set of faded curtains in that area.
Is that drawbridge up or down?
It is currently down.
Okay, I'm going to hide here until I can see someone coming out of the temple.
Okay.
And then let them know that we've got the drawbridge here that anyone can just walk across.
Okay.
Probably a little bit more around this temple area, Zed. I think there's a few of us. Jet, Medistra, and Kurgan.
Yep, I've got my eye on you. I'm watching what you're doing. Waiting for you to tell me what you're doing.
Is this a set of curtains, or?
It appears to be really ragged, old, sort of thick cloth that's been kind of hung over and pegged to the ceiling.
Yeah, for L'Oreal, there's always things behind curtains.
There is always things behind curtains, and this is not an exception. There are a number of crates, barrels, other kind of bits of paraphernalia. From what you can see, many of the crates and barrels have logos on them, or ownership marks, or creator marks, suggesting that you've got wines from various parts of the world. You've got linens and cloths and other bits and pieces that have obviously been taken by the Illithids in surface raids.
Does it seem fairly discarded here, or is it quite well ordered?
No, just tossed in. There's a few piles here and there, but barrels are on their side in places.
Do I get any sense of magic from it?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to alternate looking at the drawbridge, temple, see if anyone comes out, and at Rage to make sure that he's okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
And I'll just wait.
I'll have a little listen at this door, if I may.
You may absolutely have a little listen.
Oof.
You don't hear anything other than the heavy breathing of Ember, who's kind of staring around your skirts to what are you listening for? Type thing.
Ember,
Yeah.
it's considered polite to close your mouth. Just kind of pop a chin up. And I try the door.
What do you mean close my mouth?
Exactly.
Breathing very loudly.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear my breathing.
Ember is breathing very loudly, not Dart.
Oh, I thought my mic.
No, mate. Sorry.
You're fine.
We're just making an excuse for my really poor perception roll.
Oh.
Coming into here appears to be the closest you've got looks like some kind of, in modern day terms, it would be a lounge diner. This looks like some kind of living space.
But particularly, is it old in its decorations, or does it look quite current? Is it recently used?
It's in keeping with the other furnishings you've seen in other buildings here.
Okay. I motion Amber towards the door to my north.
Yeah.
Open and listen, or just open?
Just listen.
Give me a roll then. Perception check.
And check if it's logged.
Okay. Well, you've got inspiration you can give to somebody.
I would love some inspiration.
I don't think I have any myself.
Don't think I've had any since I started.
Oh no, yes I do, but I'll give it to you.
Sorry, folks. My mum call.
But you don't hear anything.
I open the door then.
This appears to be the bedroom.
That's a small bedroom.
On this, what appears to be a table, there are a couple of vials with stoppers out. One of which seems to have is half full.
Check if it smells fishy.
Well, that liquid stuff we find normally.
Yeah, it does indeed smell fishy.
Okay. That's not my department.
What are these over on the walls, Ed?
Storage areas. Apart from one which has a couple of generic bits of clothing, but fairly nice clothing, sort of maybe a 5-year-old, 5 seasons ago kind of silk shirt, and maybe 6 or 7 seasons ago style of trousers.
So is it male clothing then?
Male clothing, yes.
You bumped into anyone like this? Is it Darrow sized or?
Oh, it's human sized.
I wonder who these belong to then. I'm assuming the Illithids haven't been wearing similar attire.
No, they wear a little attire.
Yeah.
It's like Ming the Merciless. That's how I picture them. That
Yeah.
Ming the Merciless big collar
Mm.
robe with their tentacles coming down the bottom. But no, it
Yeah.
just... Yeah, maybe it's a shirt and trousers have left behind by a visitor, forgotten. It's just hanging there.
Room's not musty, the bed's made, etc. Or
It's a bit musty, a bit dusty, but actually no, the bed would be made and is quite clean. There's no sign of dust on it.
it's been in recent use then. Have we seen anyone other than thralls kind of involved with these guys?
The only thing you saw were the 4 slaves that you fought.
True. Taking one last scan around the room. Anything else of interest? Anything else in the bottles at all?
Just a foul, fishy smelling liquid that's clearly now going off. Or has gone off. Getting close to that stuff in Sweden that they have in tins.
Yeah. I'll leave it to it then.
Is Kerrigan going to dip his finger in it and shove the finger in Ember's mouth?
No.
Now, refresh my memory. The fishy stuff we discovered, it was just for melding people's minds, making them more coercive, isn't it? To what you are suggestive.
I think so. Yeah.
It wouldn't put them into a zombie state, would it?
No.
No.
No. You listening at this door?
Certainly am.
Give me a perception roll.
Marginally better, but still not great.
Don't hear anything.
We'll try the door.
There is a table, 4 chairs, Actually, that's probably a bath, like a copper, 3/4 size copper bath. There are 2 single beds and 2 equivalent of wardrobes. On the table in the middle are several more of those fishy-smelling vials.
Riala's eyes light up at the sight of a bath.
It is slightly tarnished. There is a small sunken area beneath it with what appears to be remnants of wood.
Assuming no visible plumbing, however.
No visible plumbing. But there would be a couple of pails in here. Maybe with rope or something attached to them.
Sighing to herself, she says, if only. Having a scan around the room, I'm assuming similarly not much else to see here.
The decor in here does scream feminine more than male.
Any clothing or similar state of disrepair or
similar state of disrepair. The 2 wardrobes in here are bare of anything.
Okay.
And the bath is slightly tarnished, suggesting it hasn't been used for a while. But looks inviting.
So where are we going to bed down then?
Well, we still need to get Rage down, don't we, really? He's going to be okay under that cart.
I think we should go and see him.
Mm.
It remains as to what we do about these poor individuals.
You want to see them approaching? I'm going to wave them over. We've got the drawbridge down over here.
Ember, stop. Go back about 3 squares. Make a perception check.
3 squares?
Go back to there. Make a perception check.
Okay.
This orc here catches your attention.
Orc?
Orc.
Wait, where's there an orc?
They're
Oh,
on
him
the
down
corner.
there.
Catches your attention.
Hey, what's this thing here?
That is your father.
What?
That is your father.
Ember, I'm your father.
Well,
It's not true. It's impossible.
No!
it's
What?
your stepfather. Dare I say it?
Stepfather.
Father!
That is your father.
I thought he
And the
died.
orc that caught your attention was
Is
one
your
of the orcs that you
I was thinking it. But...
your mother and father, and you.
What?
I think you just blown Dart's mind.
I have absolutely just blown that mind.
And they're not doing anything.
They're just sat there. And as you look inside now, there are 5 orcs. And for a brief second, you are back as that younger self of yours being attacked, knocked out. The last thing you thought you saw was your father falling after being run through by one of the orcs.
Bloody hell.
How do you react?
Well, angrily, but then thinking, what? Because they're just standing there.
They are just
And then-
standing there. But how does Ember react?
But
Would
my dad's
you
down
would
there.
you go straight in and stab one of those orcs?
Mm,
Let's look at your alive. You're chaotic
my what?
good.
yeah.
So chaotic nature you might do.
Hmm. Yeah.
Good would probably stop you just in time. Unless you feel that Ember is has been harboring a desire for revenge all this time. And if she is, this is her opportunity to get it.
Yeah, but she's more puzzled. Why is her dad there as well?
Fine.
And
Okay.
also the fact that they're not moving. So I'd be like,
And your mother is there.
what the?
Everyone sat
Obviously,
there,
not paying attention when I went into the room.
not moving, just staring.
These are my adopted parents, not.
They're
the
now your
official
adopted parents.
parents,
Yes,
sorry.
they're your adopted parents. Yes. I gave you a hint a couple of weeks ago that something was going down when I said, "Oh, by the way, one of these has a belt."
Yeah. What? Oh, you mean the orcs? feel like, to be honest, I'd probably be quite tearful, probably, or even, or be like, they're alive, but what's wrong with them? I'd be more worried about that than anything else. I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure anything can be done for these creatures.
No, you have to stab in the head, Ember.
I hate to say it, but perhaps
They're
we should
fucked.
dispose of them before they turn into these creatures.
What do you mean, turn into these creatures? Oh, you mean they become illithids?
I'm assuming Ember hasn't said anything at this point, so I'm just casually talking about, perhaps
No. She'll go
disposing
into
of these.
it. Probably
Kelgar draws his sword and ignites it.
Yeah, she probably
L'Oreal looks at Kelgar, kind of saddened, but kind of nods. I think it
Anybody
maybe.
touches these people, I'll stab them.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. Ember's got
What's special about those people?
her face, and she says, "Anybody who touches these, I'll stab them." She hasn't
What,
told
the Morgs?
She hasn't said yet who they are.
Oh, good point. Yeah. There's these two people here. They're my adopted parents.
No.
Yeah.
What are they doing down here, Ember?
Kind
I
of
know, I
covering
don't
her mouth. L'Oreal says, "God, I'm so sorry."
But I thought your father was killed.
So did I. That was the last time
He
I
was.
saw him. What do you mean he was?
I'm not sure we can help them, Ember.
Well, those orcs are the ones that actually attacked us in the other room.
Some of them. There's definitely not the number that were originally there,
Well,
but
yeah,
these
that's true.
are vaguely familiar. You've got that sense of deja vu, sense of I've seen these before, and you had that flashback.
But I don't understand, why would they be together?
As the
Perhaps
DM,
they
I
were
obviously know, but I'm not
taken
gonna
at the
tell
same
you.
time.
There you go.
Oh, do you mean... Wait. But if... I was... Oh no, I hid, didn't I?
You did. You thought, from your hiding position, it looked like your parents fell, but you didn't really see what happened afterwards. You were kind of in shock, maybe even passed out or something in the shock. When you came to, there was no sign of their bodies and there was no sign of the orcs. You assumed they died. Orcs being orcs, eat dwarves. Why not? It's meat.
Also, so they were captured by... Oh, so the orcs are also captured by illithids.
If it's any consolation, that's what it looks like.
Bollocks. Are you sure there's nothing we can do for them, Aureola?
Kind of looking very desperate that this this has been leveled at her feet. I can take another look, Amber, but they may be too far gone. These.
Paula, give me a straight up
Glad my
intelligence
camera's
roll.
not on right now because I'm like...
Head over this. Wondering.
Give
Straight
me
intelligence check, was that?
a intelligence check.
Oh god. 10. Well, 12 actually.
Okay. Kelgar, give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
I just had a thought.
Jelena, give me an intelligence check. 13.
Let's straight intelligence, isn't it?
Straight intelligence. I don't think Medi. I don't think. Hang on. Nat 20. Of course, Jelena gets a nat 20.
How intelligence isn't the best stat.
God damn it, Kath.
No, I don't think. Don't think you have access to the right spells. Okay.
What I was thinking was, can I cast Identify to see if they're under spells?
You could do.
I'll try that.
There is a fifth circle of power known to divine casters that has been known to lift very powerful curses, right through to things like weirism and vampirism. There is a lesser form of this spell at the lower level of power.
Yes, druids do get it.
That could, I'm not going to say it will, but that or wish are the only things you can think of that might break this. Remove curse will not.
It's the only way druids can remove curse. That's how I know that they get it.
Essentially, greater restoration is what you think could unlock their minds and remove this thing.
It's beyond my power to heal.
Is it level 9 spell?
It's I think it's level
7.
7.
I think it's 7.
I thought it was 5th level, so I thought it was about 9th level.
I think it's a 7th level spell, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, I have an
I think restoration is 5th.
Greater restoration is 5th
Grace is
level,
5th.
Is it?
Yeah.
which is 9th level caster, isn't it?
Well, that's dropped down.
I think
Yeah.
Wish is
What
7th
level are we?
or 8th.
Not high enough. Not yet.
You're not
It's-
high enough yet, but you're not far off.
Available to
That's
ban
the
or
only
cleric
thing-
druid.
Are there any
That's the
temples
only-
we know who might be able to help us out?
Yeah, that's the only thing you know that
Well,
might.
my idea is there is a cart on a bridge. Does it still work?
What, the cart? Yeah.
Yeah, we could get them in the cart and then take them somewhere. Or we could use our teleportation. Oh no, that only works for the people in the party.
No, it's a number of people, isn't it?
8 people.
That's right, it's a number of
8
people.
Teleportation. It's an 8-person teleportation circle.
So you'd have to choose between your mother or your father.
Or yourself.
Yeah.
Or leave people behind.
I'm gonna just sneak out of this cave. It'll take me a month.
Shame you can't cast the spell and nick the scroll and then cast it.
The only other thing I can think of is we met a very strong caster not too long ago, who is wandering the world now. Perhaps he might have a plan.
Aren't my adopted parents very high up nobles or something?
They were.
Yeah.
They've been assumed. Yeah, you reported that they died, so there was a funeral and everything. There's some lovely cairnstones in one of the dwarven settlements to honour their passing.
We could go back to that pond in the forest and go back in time. And
Oh god.
Pond in the forest. Oh.
Well, while you're discussing this, can somebody
That's
come and help
swamp.
me raise the drawbridge that's to the south?
I'll come and help you.
Just in case something decides to come investigate now, before we can secure the area.
Trying to find my notes, but we essentially woke up a very powerful ancient caster not very long ago, who is likely to be of sufficient capability to do this.
What? Isn't that the Sphinx?
Sphinx, yeah.
No, not the Sphinx.
No, the druid.
Oh.
The druid we set free.
The druid.
Oh.
He'll
Who's,
definitely be able to do
who's
it.
gone off on his merry way somewhere.
Indeed.
Which jury was that? What? Not the one that's living.
The one that was behind the two doors. That's
The one that we
Yeah.
screwed over his eternal rest and kind of
Oh, that druid.
barely got away
Yeah.
with it.
Oh, him! I thought you meant the one we
No,
sent
but
to that clearing that we got rid of.
no,
those-
no. He is likely to have the power.
Oh, idiot. Where is that? Where
I was
that?
playing somebody's character. I think it might have been Kurgan when we did that.
That's right. Oh, the one that was. Oh, yeah, the one who'd been laid to rest with his beloved who had died to something.
Indeed.
Yeah.
He was a little bit marked that you'd woke him up because he couldn't be with his beloved, and you sweet talked him round, and he agreed to go off and have a wander.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
There
have
is- there
no
is a-
recollection of that.
No, I
There-
think I was
there's-
playing you at the time.
Oh, okay.
Did he give us any information about how to contact him?
No.
No. There is a chance that perhaps
He might be down here. I'll have to check one of
Where am I
these
now?
doors.
close my notes again. Jesus.
I've risen the drawbridge, so the drawbridge is up. Is up.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Could I try and jam this mechanism on this side so it can't? Oh, mind you, no, they,
Yeah.
You might want
Oh
to
wait, Zed, you said something about a belt. Who's got the belt?
None of these have got the belt.
What, the orcs?
Yeah.
I mean, oh, the orcs don't.
Orcs don't have the belt. Your
I
father
thought
and mother
that-
don't have the belt.
I thought the that really big lizard probably would have had it, or was he not?
You've made an assumption about that really big illithid.
I don't think anybody's actually searched it yet, have they?
Well, actually, nobody searched it. That is also true.
I thought we did.
But it doesn't have a belt on it. It has nothing. Yeah, you did actually. It has nothing on it.
But what would make? Why would it be so big? Although if it has dwarven belt, it would have shrunk.
Forgotten the name of the other druid that we were talking to, who's currently now looking after the circle.
Wasn't that
That's
a
that
goblin druid?
female.
Yes. But
Yeah,
there's a
was it-
chance that she may be able to.
No, that was the goblin shaman or whatever it was.
Ye-
We sent those goblins
true,
out
yeah.
to take the shrine, and
The water shrine, yes, and to live in the woods under the
somebody-
tutelage of the druid.
yeah, that was the one that was fancied by the ranger.
The ranger, indeed. I can't find anywhere in my notes her name.
Oh wait, didn't we tell them they
Good job,
fancied each
notes.
other and they got together?
No,
Oh, I thought we had.
she's not willing to give up her furry form. Can't remember her name, but perhaps she may be able to assist. In
The only problem is, how do you get them out of here, though?
we cannot quickly. We've been a long time underground here.
Did you
Shit, I
know?
forgot it was months.
Slight tangent. Did you know it's almost 12 months the day that you met the Sphinx
Yep.
Wow.
in real
Right.
life?
in real
Oh,
life.
okay, right,
Yeah, I
okay.
was gonna say,
Staying
'cause
on
we-
game
I
time,
think we
yes.
only had like 1 year, didn't we, to do the thing?
Yeah.
And you've probably eaten about 3 months, 4 months of that by now.
oh, easily.
Wait,
We
was
should
it a
probably
year?
start paying attention to that then.
We need to be out of here soon.
Hang on.
And actually,
don't
looking
we-
at my
Wait a
looking
minute,
at
don't
my-
we have a boat that we could summon?
looking at my notes, you started this whole exploration underground in March of last year.
God, do you know what? It feels longer.
How long
It
we been
doesn't
playing?
for me. Didn't realize it's been that long that you've been doing this.
Yep.
That can't be right.
Yeah, it is, because every time we meet somebody, we kill it, and it takes 2 weeks. So... Yeah, that's a good point. That we've got the boat, haven't we? Can
The
summon.
telepathy conversation spell, and we've also got the summoning of the boat.
Because that takes us into the boat, doesn't it? And then we can just go wherever. Is that right?
I don't know.
Perhaps.
Surely you need a river for a boat.
It's a little
This
unclear on what
isn't-
exactly the boat does.
Is it a different type of boat?
It's a ghost boat.
It's a ghost boat.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of an afterlife boat.
Yeah,
It
'cause
is an
apparently
afterlife.
we
Yeah.
died, and then we. Oh, there was also that hag that we released into.
It's not
the...
Charon's
Yeah,
boat, is
that.
Don't remind Zed about that.
God damn it!
I hadn't forgotten about the hag.
Hello, me pretty. Didn't we have to get her stuff?
I was reading.
And we
I think she
gave her
does.
her stuff. That's the
That's
problem. We
right,
get her
yes.
free.
Yeah,
There's
and she said she'd be seeing us.
And
Yeah.
there's a hag that's famous. Is it Babadook or something?
Baba Yaga.
Not the Babadook.
Baba Yaga.
She's got a hut that can go anywhere or something.
Baba Yaga.
Legged hut, yes.
Jeepers.
It's Russian folklore, Baba Yaga.
Russian.
Also, John Wick.
Wait, John Wick is Baba Yaga.
They call him Baba Yaga in this because he's the boogeyman.
No, he's the guy you get to kill the boogeyman.
Yeah, that's true.
Indeed. Right, so
I'm opening this door.
I don't know what
Sorry,
to do.
I was just looking at all my notes to see if I could figure out who, what, where was going on, but I don't seem to have recorded that. That woman. So you got Oleanne,
Oleanne,
who
yeah.
was the druid who prefers wolf form.
Indeed.
Is that who you were talking about?
That is who I was talking about, because she's now looking after that
Yes.
forest and grove.
yes, that's right.
With the tribe of
With the
Goblins, were they?
tribes, yeah.
with the temple that we rededicated
Also,
to my
If we
goddess
died,
in it.
we could come back as a goblin.
I'm just gonna, because mindful of the time, we're gonna wrap this up, I think, for tonight, and leave you with some thoughts on what you want to do next. The rest of these buildings are pretty much the same. They contain mind altered, controlled humanoids of various races. There's a couple of half elves, a couple of elves, maybe a couple more dwarves. The odd
Anything worth stealing off them?
Like a belt.
no.
like a family member.
And that goes for everywhere up to the drawbridge that you've raised. There are no signs of any illithid or illithid ally here.
I thought the big brain was controlling these people.
It seems that the best, the clever ones amongst you can come up with is
No one. Clever
Well, hang
ones.
on. I'm clever.
Literally no one.
the
I forgot that I'm actually got high intelligence.
that you suspect that the mind witnesses act as a beacon for the control, probably either from individual illithids or from what you kind of think is the controlling brain. Because you certainly, I would say, Kelgar has read or heard, tales of how illithids were controlled by this thing known as an elder brain.
We've also seen the effects of downing one of these things on the local
We have, yeah.
thralls and otherwise.
We need to get into that teleporter, go to God, and say, mate, your Wi-Fi's down.
The only thing that you can't figure out is these potions.
It's actually a coincidence that we killed a mind witness and Twitch went down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we could try and wrap this up quickly one way or another by just taking that teleport to God, right?
Is Twitch still down?
No,
Dimitri?
no.
You absolutely could, if that's where you think it takes you.
You've just got a belt on your mind, haven't you now?
But there could be something controlling that, which it could take us to, in which case we're screwed.
I don't think the
In fact,
belt
we're
is
probably
controlling
screwed with the Elder Brain.
Oh, unless the belt's an intelligent item.
You need to do is strap an elder brain to a dragon, and that's where it gets really funky.
End of days, that isn't it?
See, I've got an idea on the fishy thing. I just don't think Jolanath has an idea on the fishy thing.
What do you mean? Give one of these people
Well,
the.
No,
we've
as to
seen
what
it work.
is.
We saw it work, or was it the bandits in that castle on the hill where the ones that the guy.
It's going into chat right now.
What?
Are you linking what I was about to link?
Discord D&D channel chat. I've just posted exactly what I think you've just described.
I was about to post it myself. Zed. I can't see it in the D&D channel chat, actually.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, on Discord? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm being dumb.
Yeah.
But,
I don't want to mute one of
No. There's something worse than that, and I'll just post it right there for you.
So that.
Why can't I?
Oh, that.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen
No,
that
good.
before, and I
Yeah,
don't like it.
that's when a dragon is possessed by a brain, isn't it?
Yeah.
We do not want to meet one of those.
The Elder Brain
No.
Dragon.
I think that's in Fizban's Book of Dragons. Must be.
Don't know.
I think so, yeah.
Above it, though.
But let's take it out.
What's the other
All I
thing above
posted
it?
is a brain stealer dragon.
Take it out by kill it, or take it out of the book?
No, take it out of the book.
Yeah, I agree with that one, not the other one.
All the books.
Right, okay. So, on that note, I think we're going to call it a night. I'm mindful that obviously it's 11 o'clock for Guy, so we'll wrap up here. Have a think next week what you want to do. You can continue. So,
Rest.
Definitely rest.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming you're going to take a long rest. That's a given.
Yeah.
So your options seem to be continue southwards over the drawbridge and beyond. So there is a tunnel that goes further south into the city that Jeleneth is aware of. That takes you to what she calls the southern part of the city. I've kind of just rejigged the city a little bit.
That's also what Kurgan's staff's pulling
Yep,
towards.
that's exactly what I am getting tugged.
Mm.
Who
The
cares about Kurgan stuff? I found my family.
so from the we'll come back to that in a second, Dart. From the southern part, Jeleneth knows that there is a further tunnel that heads further south, but she has never gone that far. That is often where the wagons go and return with the potion bottle. To the east, which is accessible from the southern portion of the city, is what she knows as the farm.
The bar?
The farm.
Is that going to be full of casters then?
Hang on a minute. Do you mean to tell me that there's another map?
No, there's another 3 map.
Are they as big as this one?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, we're going to be here for a year.
Yes.
It'll be next Christmas by the time we've got out.
Consider it your present for next year when we get out of here.
So, the 4th location is the tower, and Jeleneth knows the tower is accessible from the far. From the
Or the
far?
teleporter.
Yeah, the teleporters are shortcuts to
No,
all of them.
sorry. The tower is accessible from the southeast of the southern portion of the city.
And we're in the north.
You're currently in the north. So you've got the north, the south, the tower, the farm, and something further south. Yes, Cat, that's my hand that I'm moving around. Don't bite it.
Oh my god.
You also have a teleportation circle, which gives you access to each of those locations quickly.
But we'll be going in blind.
And
So
we're
you can
weakening
just
ourselves
start
by having to cast spells.
by having to.
Well, wouldn't cantrips work, or is it has to be a level spell?
It's got to be a level
Actually,
spell
you-
because it's got
this-
to be
this-
7
this-
levels worth of spells.
So
Right.
what were you going to do if you found my parents and I wasn't even playing the game at the time?
Kill them. Kill them all.
Murder.
Well, we
them,
wouldn't
yeah.
have known that they were your parents.
They'd be dead by now.
Meat will be back on the menu.
I suspected once I saw the dwarves, but
Pro- We'd
Don't
have, we'd have probably done exactly the same thing that we're going to do anyway, which is kill them. But you know, hey ho.
No, we don't. We don't have to. No, Ember can do it.
How do you not fight
If anybody kills Amber's parents, Amber would leave the party.
Well, that's why
Well-
you have to do it. You,
Yeah, that's why you have to do it.
yeah,
I was just thinking that's an incentive, is it?
Um,
you have to make a difficult choice.
Kurgan had the firebomb going then.
Kurgan starts polishing his shaft.
yeah.
God.
God.
Frozen, I can't see what's going on.
To heal them, obviously.
You wouldn't have found them unless Dart was playing the game, because it's his plot hook. It's his kind of wrapping his background up a little bit, and it's a challenge, right? How does Ember? Is there a way to free his parents?
Well, Ember has seen what we've done to people like this before. Because in the north of the city, there were people like this, weren't there, that we actually dispatched.
Yes, we got and then crushed the horrible. Yeah, we did.
When?
It's
Uh,
in
Two weeks back.
particular.
game time about 2 days ago, but
Yeah, but those guys were actually trying to kill us.
no.
No, they weren't.
They were just sat on the bed, weren't they?
Yep. And well, one of them was partially possessed for a time by some entity in its brain.
So wasn't that the wife of some dude who was worried about
Yeah.
his wife?
Correct.
Oh,
No, she's still alive. The ones that were the casters that have been disfigured are still alive, but the ones that were just sitting there mindless in the
the
first area that we
slaves.
went to, some of those are dead.
wait, we killed them?
Yeah, because they're turning
Oh.
into elithids, and there's
Oh, hang on, I think I
They've
need
got
to-
little worms in their head.
it's essentially nothing you can do.
I wasn't doing. I don't remember that.
100% nothing we can do. We should just get rid of them now.
My mind out.
Yeah. But you should do it, Dark, 'cause they're your parents.
It's only right.
It is.
You should do it, Dart, because we need a rogue.
I want to see. I want to see Kurgan.
If I do, we won't have one. It's too late for me to multi-class. I haven't got the dex for it.
I want you to do it while Kurgan's in the corner polishing his shaft. I'm watching you do it.
I'm sure we'll find a solution by next week, maybe.
Well, we know a potential solution, we just don't have access to it.
Correct.
We just need to kill more stuff.
Oh, I thought you were talking about malls, because I think we've got a few of those, haven't we?
I've got 2 on. I could use a different one for each.
Sorry.
Is it your father that wants the magical mall?
A mall for all seasons.
You're evil.
You guys are bad.
Yes. Yes, we are.
How have
Hang
you
on.
known us?
Is
Can-
this group on evil or something?
Can I just say?
No, no,
you're-
we're the players, we're not the party.
yeah, we weren't the ones who went. Oh, my parents. Oh, my belt must be here.
Yeah, that's it.
That
I
is
must,
true.
I must look at my parents.
Afterwards.
Yeah, we're role playing here. I'm playing something totally opposing my natural character. So
You told me my belt is special or something or other.
As a character, Medi is totally against killing them, but I can't wait to watch.
Guys, I'm going to hit the sack. It's getting late for me over here.
Good night.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for the sub. Take care.
Thanks again, Ben.
Yeah.
have a good one, man.
So yeah, so the whole idea of the teleportation circles is to try and speed this up if you want to do that.
Is there a one that says one of those symbols that says outside?
No.
The surface.
That's why they're bringing people down slowly. Otherwise, they'd be doing it real quick.
Though,
Oh.
technically, if this is a proper circle, you could teleport to
I need
the...
to reconnect.
You could if we knew of a permanent portal and knew the symbols for it and had the ability to cast a spell, but
We do
we
know
have none of
one.
those things.
Well,
No.
you know one of the circles, don't you, from the Dwarf City? The Deep Gnome City.
The
No,
Deep Gnome
the-
City, yes,
Yeah.
but not the
It
So
Circle.
you could teleport to there with the scroll, but then you'd have to get back here. And
I was going to say, do,
to give you another
Oh.
scroll.
We'd be able to get back here because we can study the symbols and we'd be fine. But we'd need the power of the scroll. And I think none of us have that yet.
But hang on a minute, you said that teleportation could take you anywhere that you know where you've been.
Certain spells can, but they're higher level teleports. Teleportation circle can only take you to circles that you've memorized. So you've got the one at the Deep Gnome City and this one, and that's the only two that you know so far.
Wait, hang on, what about that one that we found in Power?
It's a healing circle, so not the same thing.
Not a teleportation circle.
that's our secret base.
So if you had
No,
the ability,
our secret base is massive. Just fortress that we kind of had a bit of a problem getting into because we just hello.
No, have a problem. We just smashed the door in and killed
Oh
them
no,
all.
that was me.
It's
I
alright.
climbed
That was the one.
I
That was on
climbed
the
up-
forest, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't a
I climbed up
problem.
the wall and then somebody shot me.
Fine. I kicked some dude through a door and just kept closing it.
Oh, that's today, thank you.
Yeah.
Broken Spire Keep, which I think you entered in around about March last year.
Yeah, it's before we came down
just
here.
like, nope, close the door.
Isn't that the one that
Jehovah's Witness.
caves?
As you were, ladies. Sorry.
So, yeah, and I've looked at my notes, and they kind of stopped at Broken Spire Keep. I think I lost the will to live to track what was going on in my notes. So there's stuff that we've done that I can't remember.
It's alright, we'll remind you.
Apart from the bad stuff, that don't remind him.
I remember.
Keep trying not to, but Dart keeps bringing up the bloody hags and stuff like that. Like, did not happen.
Yeah,
Maybe we should kill his parents.
the hags are doing hag things at the moment. The hags aren't what you need to worry about.
What about those? They're supposed to be worrying about those orcs, though.
They've been on the move for a couple of months at least.
Yeah.
You have been underground for at least 3 months. What the orcs have been doing in that 3 months.
Then you were coming back out, and it's just going to be a barren, burnt
It's going to be
wasteland.
decimated, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
There-
Noltuk won't be there. We won't be able to get our money back for.
Just come out, and the whole genre of the game changes into like a Mad Max experience.
And do you know what's even worse? All the orcs are armed with mauls.
Yeah, they just everywhere they went, there was like a fucking blacksmith, just like a fucking mall.
50 mauls.
Yes, cute exploding puppies.
They'll have died of old age before we get back there.
Oh, but that is now a crater, though, isn't it? That house is now a crater. I mean, the funniest thing, get back there, it's just a crater.
Yeah, just
No.
That experiment may have gone on.
All right. So have a think next week what you want. You've got some options in terms of on foot. It's south. Anywhere else, anything else, it is very much teleportation circle.
Did you say we're going to have to stop playing this because of work commitments?
I will once we. I know in my head. I know where this arc finishes, and once that happens, I know what happens as a dramatic ending at that point.
So we do
then
kill the parents.
I know what I want to do after that, and I want to explore and finish off Kirby's backstory. But I need to figure out how and where. And I kind of know, and I worked out, it kind of dawned on me today where that's going to end up leading. And I've sort of foretold it a little bit. And then I'm going to throw something in. I've also kind of had a little bit of a foretelling for for Medistra, and a bit of a foretelling for L'Oreal, that your two are intertwined. And it's based on some actions that the party have taken, that your individual gods or
You bunch of murdering bastards.
powers that be are concerned about and would want you to rectify. And then, of course,
On the plus side, my god's got a bit of a dark side, so
yeah.
yeah.
And I don't really think I've got enough to work any magic for Jet. I mean, Kelgar just wants to be the biggest. Kelgar just wants to be the biggest, hardest metal bard in the world, and he's already
which he already has achieved. So
Yeah, basically, yeah. I'm just coming along for like giggles and stuff, right?
he's already won
more material.
Lyrics about you.
But the thing that Medistra and L'Oreal are going to kind of be prodded to deal with, in a way, linked to rage. In a way.
You're going to have to chop him up while he's asleep.
And burn him.
And burn him. Yeah.
I never sleep.
we'll find a way.
Get to the bottle of that fishy stuff before we leave.
But my goddess isn't evil.
No, your goddess isn't evil. No, not at all. And even if your goddess was evil, there are still greater evils that even evil goddesses would want dealing with, because
Indeed.
there's a direct threat to her power.
So basically, the game then turns into Cthulhu.
Wibble.
And my god's a fey god, and fairly neutral, slightly
Dark.
dark.
Just mischievous. Got a
Quite
dark
mischievous,
humour,
actually, to be honest.
dark
Dark
humoured
humoured,
fey.
yeah. Dark humoured fey, yeah, pretty much.
So there's little threads that I can pull on for some of you. I don't really know what I could do for Jet. Jet's very quiet, and you never know that he's here or not.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, that's why we need the camera on at least once or twice, just so that we know that you're alive.
I'm okay. I'm still here.
We know he's fine, because occasionally an arrow comes through and,
Yeah.
takes some
Because he shoots things and goes quiet again.
I must admit the arrows. I don't think it's really working for D&D. I thought I'd give it a try, but I think it's much better.
I think you're not using sharpshooter properly, mate. That's what I think.
Yeah, possibly. But I just think that it's. I mean, I'm missing out on the advantage, from flanking.
Yeah.
Right, but you didn't bloody need it because you had about 12 to your attack rolls.
Well, yeah, okay, but it's just nice to have, and it helps the party as well, helps the other fighters.
I think with a fighter going bow, a lot of people seem to go samurai, don't they? And if not samurai, they go arcane archer.
I looked at that. I did quite like the look of that, but I thought, no, I want to go for the old champion and try and get the crits. But I'm not really getting the crits that often. I mean, it's an extra 5%. It's not caring as much as I thought it would do.
Yeah.
You used to be able to get Baker Champion based around crits easier in previous versions.
Crit fishing was easier.